Okay, welcome back. Hey everyone, my name is Jonathan Cabrera. If you're new here, I'm a content creator on YouTube and a freelance editor. If you like that kind of stuff, please stick around. Today we're going to be talking about if you should go to film school, which is what I've done actually. And after a couple technical difficulties, we're going to get started, which has actually made the time go by. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is how I got into film exactly. So when I was younger, I would watch a lot of movies all the time, every day. My mom would show me movie after movie after movie, no matter what kind of movie it was, rated R, PG, G, all of them, PG-13. And yeah, I think honestly, I wasn't old enough to watch a lot of rated R movies. I mean, I remember watching Scarface and being really young, but that was just how it was. Everybody raises their kids different. Thank you so much, Calico, for the 100 biddies. I don't know if I said it earlier. Thank you, Todd, for the subs. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I started watching a ton of films and became fascinated with it. And honestly, probably one of the biggest, I think a lot of kids can say this, that Star Wars was their biggest inspiration. And yeah, so one day I'm going through our boxes in our garage, and this is in North Carolina. This is where I lived most of my life. And I find this big ass camcorder, and the kind of tapes that it takes to actually, film on it are VHS tapes. So I'd have this big old camera with VHS tapes, and the camera is so old that the battery doesn't work. So what I have to do is plug it into the wall, and I'm pretty much limited what I have to film. So I can't film, everywhere at once. So it's like I just got to film a little bit here, a little bit there, and then hope that the tape doesn't run out, and I'm just lugging this big thing around. 100 bits. Everyone give some hype and love for Toddverse. Wait. Thank you, Todd, for the biddies. Wait, what is that command? 100 bits. Everyone give some hype and love for Calico? Well, how's that command there? I didn't put that in. Blue, thank you for the 100 biddies. Wait, thank you guys for the hype train, but what is that command? Is that command the thing? Did somebody type that in for me? Or did Blue, no, not Blue. Did Super do that before? Oh shit, what up? We got a hype train going? I just woke up. Super, thank you for the biddies. Thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you. Iggy, thank you for the 100 biddies. Thank you guys, I really appreciate it. I'm glad to be back streaming, of course. Todd with the 1,000 biddies? Todd, thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you for the 1,000 biddies, bro. Ooh, thanks for the gift sub. Let's go. I gotta get some of my emotes fixed, guys. Oh, Super, if I didn't mention it, it's not a robot, it's a drone controller, but I guess that's not too, you know what I think's happening here? You guys don't want to hear my life story. Thank you, Calico, for the 100 biddies. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Especially after those technical difficulties. Now that I have to yell, I hope that this doesn't look like I'm yelling at you guys, screaming at you guys, but haha, no, I was listening. So where I left off was that, me too, keep talking. So where I left off was that this big camcorder that takes VHS, so I'm limited. And me and the kids in the neighborhood, I would get the thanks, Richter, nice haircut, bro, looking cute, thank you, I appreciate it. Did it myself. It's already growing back in. So one of the things that happened is me and the kids in the neighborhood, we wanted to start filming movies, and obviously we're limited with the camera. So how are we going to, film? So my bright idea is that bring back long hair carbon. Cabron, I think that's what you meant. Maybe I'll grow it back out. Who knows? I used to have a similar camera. I feel for you. Todd, thank you for the 200 biddies, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. So, no, I meant carbon. Oh, you meant carbon. Okay, got it. So, in the neighborhood, so I went back into my garage and I was like, okay, what can I use to film across the neighborhood? This camera is limited. So, what did I find? I'm sure everybody's familiar with this. Big ass long orange extension cable. I kid you not. I plugged in this extension, okay? And it went all the way across the neighborhood to where we wanted to film. And that's where we just started filming our movies. Which, now that I think about it, why didn't we just plug it in on the opposite side where, you know, like another kid lived? But you could just see a long ass extension cord going from side to side. Avatars, Salamence, Followage. Super has been following Jonathan for 9 months, 2 weeks, 5 days, 11 hours, 59 minutes, and 53 seconds. 9 months. That's crazy. So yeah, we started just making videos, filming and stuff. And I think eventually that camera broke or it just stopped working. And for us to rewatch the clips, we would either have to take it inside, throw it in the VHS, and watch it through that, or there'd be like a little viewfinder like this big, like any viewfinder on a camera, and we would have to play, rewind, and fast forward and watch it through the little viewfinder, which was really cool. I miss it. Iggy has been following for 9 months, 2 days, 16 hours, 47 minutes, 34 seconds. Ha, Iggy. Haha, I can imagine Lil J showing up with his long-ass extension. I follow longer, shame. Iggy. Followage. Yo, Richter keeps doing followage, it's not working. Blue has been following Jonathan for 8 months, 2 weeks, 1 day, 13 hours, 29 minutes, 48 seconds. What are we watching tonight? The Suicide Squad. Yes, Richter, we're watching. GG, I'm just too good. Just too good, man. I think only Moza and Trios have followed longer than me, Bearing, Todd, and Calico. Yo, Jay, tell me about your life already. Richter's not following. He's rigged. Actually, Moza hasn't been following me that long. When I stopped, I think something happened and he had to refollow me, so it started over. Imagine Iggy, turns out I never followed. RIP. Okay, so eventually we used the hell out of that camera, and my mom was like, I think it broke, and my mom was like, yo, I'm gonna surprise you, or she's gonna surprise me with the camera, and she did. And I started using the little camcorder, which was completely different. I think it took like DV tapes or something. So what had happened was, one day while we're at the creek in North Carolina, there's like creeks and all this stuff, one of our friends accidentally kicked it into the water. So I actually never made any movies with that camera. It broke. It broke and I never got to use it. And it was a really nice camera. It just had like the flip screen and all that. It was just like a little camcorder. And I eventually got another one, but I just never got the, what is it? How do you, like, when you really like, I never got the passion for making stuff that I did with the little camcorder with the big one. Like, I really loved that big camera and it was just gone. There you go. Oh shit, finally. LOL. LOL, nice. Choo choo. You received a level 1 hype train emote. So we got a dog now? Damn, cooldown. Oh no. Followage at Churros. Churros has been following for 1 year, 1 month, 1 week, 4 days, 2 hours, 35 minutes, 16 seconds. Oh my god, how sad. Try it for Moza, it'll be shorter. Three months, see? So after that, the passion kind of died down. But watching movies never really stopped. So I was always just constantly watching movies, hanging out with friends, going to the, movies and watching them. And never really thought about making any more movies after that until college, really. Because after high school, actually, I took a film class in high school and I failed that shit miserably, like horribly. So, fake friend. So, what happened was I actually went. Okay, so I had a film class and I wanted to film something. The projects were whack. I mean, they weren't really anything. One of the projects I remember was take a song and put images to it. Like just Google images and throw that into like Sony Vegas or whatever the program was at the time that the school could afford or was free. And did I have a little camcorder as a teen? No, I didn't have a little camcorder as a teen. Well, wait, no, that's what I'm talking about. Earlier, when I did have a camcorder and it just fell into the water. I don't think I was a teenager yet. So what happened was in that class, they said, oh, can somebody film the football game? So this is classic Jay coming up right here. So I was like, for sure. I went up and there was this, I volunteered, went to the football game. They put me outside in the cold, like at night, and I was like freezing. I was like, ugh. So my mom gave me money for food whenever it was like break. So I started filming. The coach was cool. He was like, hey, go take a break, whatever. So I remember leaving, got some food, came back. The game had already started. The coach yelled at me and was like, hey, where you been? And I was like, what? And he's like, the game started. And he's already yelling at me. I'm like, ah! And I push play on the camera and I'm filming it. And then literally the next day in class, the teacher's like, well, you're fired. And I was like, cool. All right. Sweet. My first job, I got fired. Oh yeah, wiped fake friend. You had a little camcorder as a team. Oh, okay, my bad. Yo, who got rid of the blue wipes out J clip? Or did I clip that on Moza? Jay, unlike blue, I love you. Then why'd you clip why'd you clip blue wiping me? And why'd you do that if you love me, man? If you love me, why'd you clip it? Haha, fired. Why is Iggy a dragon? Not fair. How sad, lol. What game was it? It was just a football game. It was probably one of our finals, which I completely screwed up on, and they wanted to see the tactics or whatever. I don't know how football goes. I don't know Pokemons, but make me something epic. Okay, let's see. I'll make you something epic. Since we're ending on the me getting fired real quick, and we'll pick up after I make super an epic Pokemon. Why can you see the mouse over my head? What's happening here? What's happening? Yo, why is the mouse here? What's going on? Stream today, am I right? No, I'm not doing desktop capture. It's game capture. See? Game capture. Stupid football coach being an ass could have ruined you from ever wanting to be in film. Nah, no window capture. This has actually never happened to me before. It's whenever I click on the Pokemon. So let's see. Let me end the Pokemon real quick. Hopefully the game capture doesn't cover me up. But let me get these Pokemon back up. Imagine where would Jay be today, right? Gotta go have a fun stream. Jay, later, super. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you, man. We're going to load the game real quick. Of course. See if it loads up. There they are. Well, I don't even have to change super. He's leaving. Okay, anyways, so high school, bad experience, got fired. I think after that I joined theater. Yeah, so it was theater. I joined theater class. I didn't act or anything. I was just set production. Bye super, laughed my ass off. So I joined set production, and that went pretty well. I just built sets. I didn't help like actors do any of the acting. That was pretty fun. It didn't really inspire me to like make anything, you know. I never had a camera after that. Still at this point in high school. So I was in high school at this point. I got fired from the football team. Then I started doing production. Have you guys ever done any like type of production or anything like that? Bet 10 red. Roulette will begin in 20 seconds. Place your bets. Alright, something's happening here. So, I have not done any high school productions. Okay. I don't think a lot of people have, you know. It's not really something that people care about or to do in class or something. It's just a class that you take. And I picked that class, but it wasn't inspiring. So right after high school, I pretty much had to figure out what I wanted to do. And I feel like the worst possible thing that you could do is, well, so I wanted to do film. I guess I was still passionate about it because that's the only thing that I ever wanted to do, but nothing really like ignited it. So I ended up going to college out in LA, and the only reason that people go to LA is because like, oh, it's Hollywood, so that's where you got to go to film school, that's where you'll make it, you know, blah blah blah, you'll meet people and this and that. So I find a school. My GPA is kind of shit. Like, okay, so I went to the Art Institute, and my GPA was shit, and they pretty much just accepted me. They were just like, hey, you know, come on in, what's up? And I was like, okay, cool. So I made it. I'm in college. Whoa, what just happened to Gyarados? What just happened? What was that? Okay. Let me look at chat real quick. I used to help out a friend. I would like help with costumes or props. Kind of the reason I got into cosplay. Okay, that's cool. That's what's up. So after, what was I talking about? Yeah, I went to college and they just accepted me. And I pretty much flew out here with nothing, just 20 bucks in my pocket that my grandma gave me. She was like, yo, go buy some groceries. And I was like, cool, $20. I could survive off that, you know what I mean? So I came out here to LA. Not the Art Institute. Haha, I attacked Iggy. Oh, I always wanted to go there, but my parents didn't let me, so I was pushed into dental assisting. It sucked. I was miserable. Laughing my ass off. I accept anything from Calico. I got you. You attacked her. So I got into the Art Institute, and here's my thing with film school, okay? There's so many hats, and when I say hats, I mean there's directors, there's writers, there's cinematographers, there are grips, there's wardrobe, there's, what else? Wardrobe, there's music, there's all this stuff, okay? And the thing is, and not everybody has to agree with this. So the school was basically just a jack of all trades school. You could literally learn all of those hats. But there are schools that just teach cinematography that you can go to just for screenwriting. You get what I'm saying here? It's not like the best thing to be a jack of all trades. Yeah, it's cool. I know how to point and shoot a camera. I know how to edit. I know how to, light. That's how we have the stream going right now. I know how to work a camera. I know how to work a mic. I know how to light. And that's cool, but if you really want to like hone in on it and master it, imagine going to a school for 3 years and learning everything versus a school that's strictly on cinematography and you just learn that for 3 years. You just master the camera, you master lighting. You know what I mean? Those two things go hand in hand, obviously. Our institute scammed my sister. No way. Glad you didn't go, Iggy. That school blows. They scam a lot of people. Yeah, they hired some dumbass teachers and didn't teach shit. Victor, what'd your sister go for? Oh, screenwriting? Yeah, I heard it wasn't so great, to be honest. Right, so we've got a couple of our institute people in here, and I'm going to be talking about it. And if you want to share your experience, then I'll gladly read the comments. But I know it's a lot to write. And she paid like $40K or some shit. It was very much dependent on the teacher you got. So yeah, for us, it was just learning every single hat. There were some teachers that had the experience. Like, don't get me wrong. There were some shit teachers, like very, very shit teachers. But there were people who actually shot commercials if you're interested in that. Maybe you could pick their brain. Some people wrote screenplays if you wanted to pick their brain, you know. But an hour class isn't enough to really pick their brain, especially if the classes are full. If you had like if the classes were smaller, like say 5 people in a class or something, you know, for our thesis there were like 10 or 12 people in the class trying to show the teacher their final film to get feedback. And it's just not enough. It's not enough for the teacher to actually like work on it, you know? My sister did animation. Okay, I got you. I wanted to go like for drawing, lol. I just wanted to learn like inking for the comics. I used to do like a weekly thing in my high school, but yeah, it sounded cool as heck. That's how they get you. You sound cool as heck, you know? But it's just one of those things, and there's a lot of online classes. Yeah, and that's one of the things too. I remember learning editing, and it's like, okay, you're gonna learn this program, Final Cut Pro 7, I believe, and then they kind of switch it up. That's not the standard, and it was just all jumbled and everywhere, and you didn't really know what was going on. I feel like if it was just, one subject, it would have been a lot better. Because today, as a film student, or a former film student, I don't really use anything from the school from to today. Like, I learned how to edit really good on my own. YouTube. Honestly, YouTube is like probably the greatest thing to ever happen, because you can literally Google how to make a glitch effect. It's there. How to make an edit. Like, literally people show you how to edit from start to finish. If you watch one of those videos, you just saved yourself 40 grand. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just never did it though. I should have, but like, I just wanted a good job, but I was so miserable working in dental, dude. I quit and never looked back. I feel you gotta do what makes you happy. And, there were a lot of people that I met in film school, and you could kind of see that they didn't care. And, there are a couple relationships that I took out of film school. I still talk to a handful of people, and, film school is where I met Calico. Film school is where I met Todd, Todd's one of my closest friends, and Calico, I've been with her for 10 years, So some good did come out of film school, It's never too late. Damn, YouTube be the plug. It really is. It's never too late. That's tough too, Iggy. Always do what you love. Yeah, a lot of people don't, do what they love. They should always do what they love. You're still young. Get some online classes and work on your craft. I mean, honestly, you gotta keep up with it, You can literally look up that ink stuff on YouTube, Iggy. Look it up. You can find what good pens to use, what kind of paper, all that stuff. I don't know exactly what that is, like how that works, but You can look all that up. All I gotta say is path to partner. One day, man, one day. 10 years? 10 years. 10 years. Yeah, YouTube tutorial, easy lessons, and don't have to pay. Yeah, that's all you have to do. It's really not bad. I remember that Todd, thank you for the 100 biddies. 10 years. 10 years I've been with Calico. We're going to be on, we celebrated our 10-year last month. No, July, August? Yeah, last month, the 12th, we celebrated. Yeah, that's how I met Todd. I've known Todd for a long time. How many years are we coming up on, Todd? But yeah, I mean, I keep in touch with a handful of people, and honestly, the handful of people that I've kept in touch with have actually done something with film, you know? We met, what, beginning of school? Yeah, so I guess, what, 10 years? 10 years? 2011? 9 years? No, if it was 2011, 10 years. So 10 years, man. Happy 10 years, bro. One of the problems, though, I think with film school, going back to that, is so you have these older teachers, right? And 100 bits. Thank you for the 100 bits, Calico. 10 years, 10 years. So one of the things is with these teachers is they have one way of thinking, you know? And I think now as a filmmaker or just a YouTuber, possibilities are endless. I understand how a film is supposed to be made, you know, from start to finish. I know what kind of camera angles you're supposed to use, what kind of shots, you know. Is the camera supposed to be shaky here in this action sequence to make it a little more like action-y, you know? So yeah, I know that, but sometimes it's good to switch it up. And the mindset that they have is that, oh, look at this movie from Stanley Kubrick, you know, you should make movies like this. But in reality, people like movies like this or like this, you know what I mean? I mean, take, for example, a Fast and Furious movie. I'm not comparing it to Stanley Kubrick, who's amazing and makes way better movies, but people like this, small story, but entertaining as shit movie. You know, there's a lot of things going on here, you know. When you defy gravity, it's fucking incredible. But it's just one of those things. Wait, so how did you meet Todd and Churros? So Todd I actually met in film school. And I've known Todd for 10 years. Churros I met through Eileen, who I've also met through film school. It was a mutual friend. I worked with Churros' brother, and then through that, I met Churros, and I met Churros' other brother, Marco. So there's 3 of them. Churros has 2 brothers, and I'm close to his oldest brother. I'm the godfather to their daughter. So that's how we're in touch. I've known Churros for like almost, not 10 years, but like probably a good 6 or 7 years. I've even worked with Churros. At his current job, I've worked with him. Haha, and congrats to you and Jay. Thank you, Richter, for the 100 biddies, bro. I appreciate you. Haha, thanks, Todd. There's 3 churros, yeah. There's 3 of them? There's 3 of them. I don't want to rip to your lovely stories, but are those pictures behind you on the wall ones you took? Yes. This one over here is from Mexico, Tulum. And then over here is, let me get my hand right. This one is a photo that I took in Peru. I want one as a print. If I have like demand for them, I will definitely send out some prints. I had a Paris one, but I gave it away to Churros' brother. I gave one away to him. Didn't realize that it was like a $30 print, and I just gave it to him, and I was like, Eileen was like, yo, that was like $30. I was like, oh, well, he's gone now, so he moved to Texas. Oh shit, Jay, do you sell digital prints? He should know. I could, and I'd like to like sign them and send them off to you guys. It would be really nice. Maybe in work sessions, this week when I get back on, I'll show you guys photos, and if you guys, think they're sellable, maybe we can look through them and stuff. Oh shit, Jay, send me digital hog prints. Of course, bro. Wait, what? Exactly. No, wait. Just send. But let's take a look at prints sometime this week in work sessions. We can all check it out and see if it's like, we can all work together on it. See if it's profitable. If there's anything there, if anything, open a JSTOR, bro, and put in your Twitch panels. What? I have some Twitch panels on my actual thing. I have one for the Discord. By the way, if you guys didn't know, I have a Discord. It's called Work Sessions. Oh, it's called Jonathan Cabrera, but there's Work Sessions. Oh, by the way, panels looking clean. Thank you so much. Calico made them, and they came out really nice. So, teachers have one way of thinking. I think nowadays, honestly, you can make any type of film as long as it has good writing, good story. Above anything else, story is key. So no matter what, you're going to have to come up with an awesome story, light that thing well, and then just shoot it. Yeah, film school, those geezers, I know I'm starting to get up there, I guess, but they have one way of thinking, and that's not how the world works anymore. That time of filmmaking is over. You got to do it how you want to do it, A lot of people say, or a lot of the screenings that we had, the teacher was like, this isn't going to work. This isn't how it's going to come across to the audience. Change it. And some kids changed their films. Some people didn't change their films. And I was one of those people that didn't change my film, kept it as is, and I got some pretty genuine reactions. If I had my short film, I'd show you guys. It's not that great, but like it made people cry. And it's actually about like a dad who, oh man, my actual short film thesis for school was about a dad who, wasn't a good dad. The mom passed away, I believe. So it was like, I think they divorced, which is really funny. And now that I think about it, I could actually relate to it. So it was about something like that. Just the father and son not having a good connection. And I had some people come up to me and they're like, your film made me cry. And I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool. Like, I didn't know that people cried. Oh man, oh no. Oh my god. I know, now that I think about it, that's the film that I made. Why did I do that? But they always say make something that you can relate to. Had a teacher demand we all change and edit. I was the only one who didn't, and he told them all to change it back. They do be dumb. Dude, actually, this is what confuses me about y'all art majors. How do you get graded on stuff that's subjective? They're biased. I took one art class and the professor telling me that the feeling wasn't right. That means they just don't understand art. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's supposed to be subjective. Like, I don't know. Like, would you guys actually tell me? Let's be honest here, okay? I know you guys are like, whoa, your drone stuff's really cool, man. You're really good at it. But you guys would tell me if it was shit, right? Like, let's be honest here. Like, you would be like, Jay, that kind of looks like doo-doo. Like, I would hope that you guys would tell me. It's good to know the rules so you can break them, but just don't allow you to have that freedom. Was this the art you made, Blue? For sure. Oh, yeah, I would be first in line. Yeah, okay, I know you would. So, okay, so that's good to know. That you guys would actually tell me that, like, whoa, your stream is, like, shitty, bro. Yeah, at a certain point, you're kind of just like, is it worth the money that I'm paying for them to tell me that my art that I've had people react to is really good? But they're the professionals, supposedly, But you also got to think, like, what teacher is grading you? So it's like, if you're shooting a short film, and this teacher's somebody who shoots commercials all the time or some shit, you know what I mean? Or they shoot, let's say you shoot like a dark drama that's supposed to be scary, but they shoot like fucking fairy tale shit all the time that's like happy or something, you know? How are they gonna know if that's a good scary movie? You know what I mean? We started by telling you that the audio was bad. We honest. Yeah, even though the audio is fine, it's just me speaking up. Haha, Richter. We started. But yeah, honestly, it's just one of those things where you got to figure it out for yourself. So, was the school a scam? To an extent, yes. It was pretty much a scam because, you know, I didn't really learn as much as I wanted to. I just did the assignments. You know what I mean? I did the assignments. How's that supposed to help you? And what's crazy is that the school actually doesn't even exist anymore. A couple years later, some crazy shit happened at the school that I went to. It shut down basically. And there was some type of fraud or something, and they got raided by like SWAT or some shit, or I don't know. They just got raided by somebody. And basically one of the teachers tried to go inside, and what the principal or dean or whatever tried to go inside and save all the fucking what is it? The records or some shit and get that back out to the students and stuff. Basically that school shut down. My school that Todd, me, and Calico went to doesn't exist. No longer exists. Yeah, I think structured school helps you learn a lot of basic stuff, but it doesn't really help with like actually getting shit done. No, that's exactly right. And you know, me and Todd, I don't know if Todd, well, I mean, after school, okay, right after film school, I went straight into Ubering. Uber and Lyft was my job. I needed money. I didn't really have anything to show from that school. I didn't really have a reel. Because the problem was, I didn't know what to do because there were so many subjects. I learned writing, I learned cinematography, I learned camera. When I finished, I wanted to be a writer, okay? For the longest time, I wanted to be a writer. I show my thesis, okay? My teacher says, whoa, you'd be great at camera. What do you think that fucking did to me? I wanted to do camera after. I literally... focusing on writing, I wanted to do camera. Like, what? Why would I want to make that leap all of a sudden? I learned heaps more being in a real job for the first time. Wait, hold up. Let me read it again. I learned heaps more being in a real job in the first week than 3 years of school. I believe it. You know? I learned a lot of real stuff while Ubering and lifting. Like, people puke on your car when you pick them up and they're drunk. So, yeah, I mean, during school, I did the writing thing. I really wanted to be a writer. I did coverage, which is, I think I went over this, is reading scripts that aren't made and learning, you know, how people actually write scripts that sell. So that really was something, but I never actually sat down and wrote a full 120 pages of script. That's how much you're supposed to write, 120 pages. I did not ever sit down and write that. I had ideas, you know, working around in my brain, but just never got to that point. Then at the end of school, the teacher was like, you should do camera stuff. Ugh. And I was like, okay. Then Todd got me a job at a place called Studio Depot that no longer exists. Studio Depot is gone. And basically, that was an Expendables store. Expendables are gaff tape, rope, show card, which is like what people use to light other people. You know, like it's just board, whiteboard, blackboard. You could put cut out some light with it, stuff like that. And back to chat. Just last week, I taught my coworker a little trick on Illustrator, and she went, "That's why you go to art school." And I was like, no, that was YouTube. Yeah, man, school is meh. Education should be free anyway, and maybe it wouldn't be so bad. If it was free, it'd be awesome. YouTube is basically education. So I got a job at Studio Depot, and the point here was to get into rentals with lighting. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, well, now I want to be a grip in lighting. So let's do that. Now we're going to learn lighting. We're going to learn, we can rent out lights. We can start small productions with this job. I think that was kind of the goal, but we had to work our way up. For me to start in Expendables, I stayed there for like a year or two. Then I went to shipping, which had nothing to do with anything film. Expendables, at least I could get tape and shit. Basically, we could build a grip arsenal. You know, we could be a grip on set. We had gloves, tape, rope, show card, other stuff that you use on set. You know, clamps, all this stuff in Expendables. So we're grips. We're basically grips. Seriously, YouTube and real life practice is the best teacher. Yeah, I mean, till this day, I haven't used my degree. What am I going to do with that? It's just somewhere, I don't know, lost. I don't even know where that is. Free and optional for sure. So, we're basically grips. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure we got on little sets. I got on some sets. I had my gloves and stuff, and I would help out with the lighting and C-stands and all this stuff. It's just a piece of paper. Exactly, man. Exactly. So from there, I went into shipping for like 3 years. Had nothing to do with my degree at all. It was just a paying job. Swag, swag, swag. So it was just a paying job. And it was pretty much had nothing to do with it. Then after that, actually, I think first year was Expendables. Is it Expendables or am I tripping? Second year was mail. I was shipping. I would deliver shit. Then my third and fourth year at this job, I would do the lighting portion of it. So what happened was I started learning the lights. I started renting them out. And at a certain point, this job got to be too much. I kid you guys not. I started doing some freelance work. I had bought this camera, the Sony A7S II, my first camera ever. And they started working me really, really bad at this lighting company. I would go and deliver huge lights, like just 20K lights. They're just these ginormous lights, space lights. And I would start shipping them off and driving them to Warner Brothers, to Sony, to Paramount. All these places where people wouldn't help me. And one day my back gave out because I was working so much, and I was giving these lights to somebody, and I was by myself. I was just one after another, and my back just gave out, and I had to like sit down in the car, and I was like, I can't do this shit anymore. It's too much, you know? And this was like a while ago, and I'm like a young person, you know what I mean? Lifting these lights hurt. Like, it's not fun. And the company just didn't take care of you. I was doing it for minimum wage. This was like 5 years ago, man. 5 years ago. And this company did not give a shit. Like, literally, my back was like fucked up from this job. And like, renting lights wasn't worth it. So what had happened was, I think I mentioned this, that I started working with a friend of mine. I would rent out lights, and I would film this lady who owns a company. And 2016 to 2017. But you were gone by then, right? Because I was there for a while, man. I was there for a good minute. And so yeah, I quit as soon as I could quit. On my 2 weeks notice, I said, I literally listed my job titles. They had me on everything. I said, they had me doing shipping as well as delivery. So I said, my title as a delivery driver, a rental warehouse worker, shipping manager, some other shit. I was like, yeah, deuces. And I just fucking dipped and went to the freelance job. And yeah, film school didn't get me this freelancing job. A friend of mine did. You know, I knew the basics of editing. I had to kind of do some research. Instead of getting like Premiere Pro, which is what you pay for monthly, I bought a program just straight up, like flat out. I bought Final Cut Pro. It's a one-time purchase. I could keep using it, and that's it. I still use it to this day. And yeah, I moved to freelance, and film school does not tell you about freelance. They don't say shit about freelance. You know what I mean? It's just, that's a whole different thing. Because when you're in film school, you're like, oh, I'm going to work constantly. I'm going to be getting work like crazy. I'm going to work on film sets. I'll work for a month here, work for a month there. But that, it just doesn't happen like that. I didn't have any, I didn't have a reel or anything to work off of. So yeah, freelancing was a totally different thing. Luckily, I saved my back from leaving that job, because it was pretty close, guys. Me breaking down in that van with my back problems to like literally leaving in the next 2 weeks. Like, I got the call for that freelance job to work full time. So I took it. You know what I mean? I took that and just rolled with it, and I still work with the person today. I went to school, they will hire me. Not. It's what happens, man. It's what happens. It's crazy. It's really crazy. I mean, till this day, I know a handful of homies who work, right, in film or something like it. But till this day, I know maybe 2 handfuls of people who just went there and spent their money, and they aren't doing anything. Like, they're not doing anything at all. And yeah, they are in debt, you know. But that's pretty much how it goes. Yeah, so I worked that freelance job for a little bit, and film school didn't teach me how to edit anything, put anything together, music, pretty much just YouTube. I started watching a lot of tutorials. I started getting into drones, obviously, so I know how drones work now. I'm working on it, is what they all say. As far as what, like, oh, like as the people that we know? Yeah, they say I'm working on it. I'm working on figuring it out, you know. I'm saving for a camera. I'm going to open a restaurant, you know, to start a film business, you know. It's just stuff like that. During my time at the rental warehouse, though, I did meet people coming in who own their own companies, and it's like, if you want to work in lighting or make money, buy a truck and start putting gear in it. You know, go to these warehouses that have gear that they're selling. Just buy it and put it in your truck, because you can get hired. You could actually, I think at one point I did start talking to people about this, like, yo, let's buy a truck and just put in a bunch of grip equipment. Like, we got a bunch of wires here that are for sale. We got lights here that are broken that I can fix, you know. I learned how to fix lights, you know, and it was pretty cool. And I learned all the bulbs, everything that would go into these lights, how to fix the fixtures and all that stuff. So, I mean, working at the rental warehouse, I did learn stuff. I can't deny that. I only know one other animator who's actually still working in the field. Sadly, everyone else found a new career. Yeah, that happens. Animation's tough. I mean, I feel like a lot of people can start animating on YouTube, though, you know, like, even if it's a little doodle, you know, sometimes those doodles entertain. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I really feel like, yeah, till this day, the jobs that I have, me traveling, has nothing to do with film school. Nothing. I you know, started picking up the drone stuff later on in life. And, you know, in film school, they have no idea about drone stuff. No idea. I never heard one single thing about drones in film school. I don't think it was even a thing. So I pretty much taught myself how to fly a drone. It'd actually be nice to teach a course about it. You know, I have a lot of information that could be, you know, some type of series that I put out eventually. I'm flying a drone without a license. So, but it's just kind of, I've been self-taught. You know, when you guys see me lighting myself or using this camera, I've learned that on YouTube. I've learned how to light someone on YouTube. One of the teachers was so bad at our school for lighting that the first semester he had this curriculum, okay? And that lasted us the whole semester. And then basically the class was lighting 1. And when we go into lighting 2, it was the same teacher. And I kid you not, we're paying thousands of dollars for this class, okay? He gave us the same paperwork for lighting. Same exact curriculum, all that stuff. So you're telling me that I'm paying thousands of dollars for lighting 1 and thousands of dollars for lighting 2, and it's the same class. Like, that's mind-blowing. That's crazy. They don't care. Or the guy who was teaching didn't care. He was kind of all over the place. And a couple months later, I actually found out that this lighting teacher, I kid you not, so we had a floor that had like a stage, and I guess it was for lighting or whatever. He blew out the whole stage. He blew out the whole stage. And they fired him. Was it MA? Not to dox them. I don't know. It might be. I kind of want to look up. That guy was all over the place. I got to get ready for work, bro, but I'll be lurking for a bit. All right, Richter, thank you for lurking, bro. I'll see you tonight. Yeah. So this guy actually got fired. He got fired. Which is insane. Richter, have a good day at work, me boy. So, yeah, the guy got fired, which is insane. Absolutely crazy. So that already tells you, and this is after I finished the class. Bye, Richter. Have a good day. LOL. I remember that. Bruh, ain't that some shit? Bye, Richter. Fucking dummy. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't that smart. It was pretty bad. Peace out, chat. Love y'all. We love you too, man. Thanks for being here. Didn't he injure a student? Oh, I don't know. Can you elaborate on that? Dude, what? Oh my god. But yeah, it was bad. He wasn't a good teacher. Did I have other teachers like that? There were only 2 teachers that I know that were really good. 3. No, 4. 4 teachers that were really good. One teacher actually took us to what is it called? Panavision? I want to say Panavision, where they actually develop film. We never shot with film, but they developed film, and he took us there to watch actual films, and we could see the process of films being developed. No, I don't think he even showed us that, but it was still cool. He took us to Panavision, and they talked to us about how film is like a dying thing, and you know that's what they do there. So yeah, we got to see that process, which was really cool. Only teacher to actually take us out on a field trip. Tell us more. Tell us. Yeah, I think when he blew it, someone got burnt by a light. Wow, Sage. Photochem. Best teacher. Yeah, Photochem. He was a good teacher, but I think he was only around for a semester because I only had him for a little bit. So, but it was still pretty cool. It was still a cool process. What else? Let me think. What else did film school offer that was... So we had like a head of the department for film school, and something happened to where he stopped being the head and just became a teacher. And then they gave us another person that was in charge of the film department to kind of like run us through all of our courses and stuff. He was replacing / filling in for the guy who got fired. They cut his job. Oh snap, that's insane, man. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so we would lose teachers and gain teachers all the time. Some teachers would be there, but then some would actually get film projects and have to leave. So it's like, why are you committing to this job if you know you're not going to be here? But I mean, it's all about the money in the film industry because you have to make sure you get paid, you know? Head, damn, my spelling. I got it. But yeah, it's so tough being in the film industry, you know? Um, I can say right now, from 2010 to now, I literally just started to be comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, I can actually live comfortably now versus, you know, the previous year. COVID was even bad too. I had no work as a freelancer for COVID. So during the year, I know you guys know that I'm about to, I believe last or a couple weeks ago, I was in Miami shooting a convention. That happens throughout the whole year. I usually shoot these conventions, and COVID obviously cut all the conventions out. And right now I'm about to go shoot another convention, but barely because, you know, more COVID stuff. So right now with the first client and the second client that I have, I can actually live comfortably right now. You know, I haven't had a problem. We just moved into this apartment. This is our first apartment, which I'll elaborate on more at another time. But from out of film school, from going to Uber to Lyft, when I graduated in 2013, 2021, I'm actually living comfortably as a freelancer, which is insane. You know, that's a long time. That's 8 years, almost 8 years from graduation. It took me that long to get comfortable, you know. Hella overpriced apartment, but still, yeah. No, it's good. It's good for LA, but you know, thanks, Iggy. I appreciate that. You got to really think about it. It's really tough it's really tough as a filmmaker. Haha, stop. What do I have to stop? It's cheap. Oh, you're talking to Iggy? But yeah, it's tough. Yeah, I'd like to get the experiences from my other homies like Todd, a friend of mine, Chris, and some other people that I know. I kind of want to get their perspective on film school. I kind of want to break that down and see how they feel about it. Kind of go into what their experience has been like. And, you know, because I think a lot of people would preferably want to just go into a school that focuses on the one talent pretty much, which is like just cinematography, just writing, you know. So gross, man. I can't imagine that. LOL. I'm over here complaining over 920. Ha ha ha. Cough. Todd and Jay podcast. 920. Yeah, that would be cool. But I wouldn't change the experience because of the people I met, you know. I think it's my friends, Eileen, they're priceless, you know. They're worth all the college debt that I got. They're worth more than that, you know. So it's gross. I can't imagine paying less than 1,000 anywhere. Damn, why am I in redacted? You can't even get a shitty studio. Are you guys talking about apartments now? Dude, that's so bonkers to me. Oh, you're priceless too. The homies are priceless. You're right, Calico is prices. I'm happy I met you guys. We're happy we met you too, Iggy. Todd, if you could change your experience at film school, Calico, if you could change your experience at the Art Institute. What do you guys think? Friendships are priceless? No? Deadass, huge respect to y'all for going through film school, bro. I don't know how y'all did it. Thank you, Blue. I appreciate it, man. It wasn't easy, because some of us are just now living comfortably. I mean, you're the only good thing that came out of it. I wouldn't change it. I think I pushed myself. Was it worth the money? Hell no. Canon cameras only? Trash, no real cinema cameras, but it made us try harder and do better. And Todd too, of course. Aw, cute. Lol, lol, lol. So, yeah, Todd, on that point, yeah, okay, so let's talk about the gear at film school. So, I mean, did we have a lot to work with? Not really. We had a lot of DSLRs, pretty much the cheapest kind. We didn't have any like cinema cameras to rent out. The cage itself, which is where you would rent the gear, was absolutely strict. Todd, I believe you worked at the cage, so people were strict there. We didn't have any cinema cameras. Now, I believe I had graduated and they got a red. Our school had got a red camera, and within the same week, they lost the red camera. Now, they lost it because a student had shot a film and they did not promote red at the end of their credits, and red just took the camera away, which was absolutely stupid. Why would they take the camera? Just have them re-edit and put the red logo at the end. It's insane. But I will say, back to chat, but I will say if I didn't go to art school, I would be a frustrated orthodontist right now, wondering what it would have been like. Yeah, I worked there. Wait, no, that's not true. Well, what happened with the red? That's what I heard about the red. I heard that's what happened with the red camera. Can you please validate this? Film school sucks. For sure, for sure. School sucks. School does suck. Oh my god, I felt that, Calico. I think certain jobs you should go to school for. Law school, doctor. Art school, not so much. I kind of think about it like this, okay? So Calico, Eileen, was giving me kind of like a hard time because I was like, if our kid wants to go to school, I'll pay for it, but it depends on what they want to do. So if my kid wants to be a doctor or a lawyer, I gotta shed out the cash, right? But if my kid wants to be a cook, in my mind, I wouldn't send them to culinary school. I would send them to parts of the world, okay, to travel to. So where's the best food in the world? Mexico, Paris, just parts of Europe. Get the taste of food. See how people cook it. Maybe Italy, how's pasta made? Go there, learn, learn the culture, learn how the food's made. Like, if that doesn't make sense, why spend $100,000 for culinary school when you can spend thousands of dollars traveling the world and experiencing these foods? Like, think about that. You know what I mean? Doesn't that make sense? Imagine grading art. LOL, couldn't it be me? Okay, wait, hold on. Let me go back up in chat. Oh my god, I felt that, Calico. Harsh. I think it has a lot to do with how much passion you have. It's unfortunate to go to a shitty school, but only the ones who really push are still doing what they love. Imagine grading art. LOL, couldn't be me. The red was on loan from a rental house that wanted to try and make a connection to graduating students for the future. They only loaned it to us for 2 quarters. Well, that sucks even worse. Bro, even a lot of sciences you don't really need to go to school for anymore. Please be my dad then. Wait, what are you referring to? Like Todd said, you learn so much more doing real work. Hey yo, Jay, adopt me. So you want to be a cook? A paper defines you, I guess. When to get in the school, you have to qualify for loans, and that's it. It makes it hard to really push yourself around those who don't care. I mean, I think that makes sense, you know. If for filmmaking, I think it's like watch a lot of movies, save a couple grand, and then make your own, you know, start doing stuff on YouTube, you know, start building an audience, you know. I mean, after you get out of school, Todd. I think that makes sense. Like I was thinking about my nephew wanting to be a cook, and I was like, I hope he doesn't go to college. I just want to send him around the world to cook. And I'll go, I'll film, I'll drone. Like what? It's a win-win here. It's just that. I think there's like all these solutions to, you know, whatever you want to do. Is everything on YouTube? No, some things you have to go experience for yourself. For example, me flying a drone, how am I going to get better? Flying it inside? No. I got to go outside, do the research if I can fly here, and just fly it. Guys, if I could show you, which I think I have it, my Phantom 3, it is trashed. Not only because Todd also flew it and crashed it, but it's trashed because I crashed that drone so many times. I broke the camera on it. I destroyed it. Like, you think my drone footage is good now, but I've had some pretty, you know, bad falls with that thing. I've destroyed that drone. Oh, definitely that too. I don't know if you all share this thought, but I live under, this is the only thing I want to do and nothing else even close. That passion has pushed me. That's a good way of thinking of it. You're right though, as long as they accepted your loan, it was as if your art portfolio was accepted. Right. And, you know, sorry, I just got an email. Okay, I'll be totally honest with you guys. I figured out what I want to do. If I wasn't doing Twitch or filming or freelancing editor, I would want to work. I've thought about it. I'm pretty passionate about this. I love pizza. I'd want to work at a pizza shop. Like, for real, making like good ass pizza. Oddly enough, that's something that I would want to do after. I know it's not like, oh, I'm not making like a bunch of money, but pizza makes me happy. I love pizza. If I could make a bomb pizza, woo, then that'd be good. That's one of my things. I actually told Eileen about that recently. I was like, yo, if this freelancing thing never worked, I would definitely want to open up a pizza shop or work at a very, very good pizza shop. Do you guys have any like side stuff? Obviously, Todd, you don't. You just said that you're passionate about it. But if you could do something else that's not too crazy or that you would enjoy in life, what would it be, guys? What would you do? That would actually be a good idea. I would go to Italy and learn how to make pizza. Come back and open up a brick oven. Is that what they are? Brick ovens? I would be a mechanic. Okay, cool, man. A mechanic. Something to do with cars. Yeah, cars. That's pretty cool too. I actually really like that as well. Mechanics make good money too. You go to school for that? I think, yeah, right. You'd have to. I love to open up a bookstore. Wow, that's cool too. Got a mechanic, a bookstore. All right, that's cool. I would do what y'all did. Laughing my ass off. Something with film or video. Well, at least you got YouTube to learn stuff. And you got this video to reflect on or to rewatch and not go to film school. Actually, I haven't said should you go to film school or not. That's so cool. That is cool, Iggy. That's cool too, Moza. Mechanic, bookstore, Blue. That's cool too, man. Film is cool. It's a tricky thing. If I couldn't do film for whatever reason, I would probably open a bar. Nice, but a classy one. Oh, okay, okay. So, okay, this is what's going to happen. Some of us will work at Todd's bar, and some of us will work at Iggy's bookstore. Moza the mechanic will fix up a bus so we can all carpool in the bus because the bookstore and the bar are next to each other. To promote the bar and the bookstore, Blue will make social media content and YouTube videos of the bookstore and the bar. Easy business. We're all set for life. I love reading. It's such a safe place for me, like to just go to bookstores and lose myself. Haha. Fixing your own car is honestly the best thing to know. Moza facts. Easy peasy. Deal. Packing up right now? Todd. I'd be an orthodontist. Not fun, I know. Imagine, that'd be crazy. We all work together and like just chill out. I'd work at the bar some days and I'd work at the bookstore other days. And then some days I'd go to the bar, get wasted, and then check in to work at the bookstore. Employee of the month. So yeah, just film school didn't do anything for me in the long run. No way, Calico. Wait, no way, Calico. We need that. I don't know. I think I got lucky. I majored in what I enjoyed doing. There wasn't really a back and forth debate for me. That's good, man. You're one of the lucky ones. And the fact that you work, like your job is what you love, it's perfect. It really is. I mean, I wasn't always an editor, but that's what I do for money. I like it. It's in the same field. The money that I get from that, I'll be able to fly out and I'll be able to drone stuff. You know what I mean? Like I can make, I feel like YouTube, I want that to be a full-time thing. It's just going to take a long time building my brand, you know? Is this like a if we aren't married at, but with jobs? Haha, we have a whole shopping center right there. Haha, Todd. Dental is pretty cool, but I just didn't have it in me in the end. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. Yeah. But that's good, Blue. Do you, in your line of work, Blue, do you see yourself like progressing up the ladder? Like how does that work in your line of work? Both of my parents are dentists, so I grew up with a little spark in me, but I can't imagine going into not wanting to be there. It's tough. It's tough. Like my end goal is to come back to streaming, basically, and come back to YouTube full force, fund this stuff with everything that I get from both of my clients, you know, fun trips, take advantage of trips, you know, and make videos that help and influence people to travel. So, I mean, we'll see how long that takes. And I'm just going to keep at it this time. Yeah, I'd like to progress, but also I think there's just a sense of pressure working for someone else. Like, it's never secure, if you know what I mean. Yeah, man. I mean, my job isn't secure at all. So, my job's just not secure, man, at all. I know I'm telling you guys that I'm leaving this week, but my second client, I haven't heard from for a month. That's like nothing. Like, no matter what happens, it's not secure. Okay. Wait, so, but you work for a company? Is it like, are you kind of freelance or how's that work? Because I thought like this was like, your job was locked in. Yeah, like it's nice with the consistent paycheck, but something could change and I could get fired. Okay. Interesting. I didn't know that. Especially since you're remote, I would think that you're pretty secure being remote. Especially now how things are. I mean, that's just how it is with any job. Yeah, you're right. Yep, happened to me last year. My position was eliminated. Like, it's not just secure is what I'm saying. Yeah, I gotcha. My sister... Whoa! My sister did medical, and I was just forced into it, to be honest. I wanted to do x-rays. The only reason why I was like, okay, cool, but I hardly did it. And just got too hectic. I was working with kids, and I just did not like the whole thing of like putting them to sleep. It freaked me out, and after a while I just wasn't in it and did like the system, which I enjoyed more. Haha. But ortho is kind of cooler at Calico. I would love to work with braces. Like, I can't say 100% that I'll stay in that. I'll be in that job no matter what. Like, industry is always changing. Like, no one predicted the pandemic. Right. Yeah, it's tough. Definitely. I agree. Yeah, so positions, I mean, my position was eliminated also. Like, just gone. I was doing social media for a company, and that was kind of like gonna help me through the pandemic, and they were just like, nah, we don't need you, see you later, man. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, bye. So there was just no more content to be made. It was just all on standby. That's why I like something where I basically work for myself, but then it's like no consistency with the paycheck, which fucking scares me. Definitely, man. Like, I couldn't imagine being like, all right, guys, so, you know, with the money that I've made from Twitch and the absolute nothing that I've made from YouTube, I'm going full-time. I'm just going straight up full-time. Which is why I hella respect you, Jay. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You know, when you stop seeing the streams, when you stop seeing me stream and know, like, you'll know that I ran out of money. it's just over for me. I appreciate that, Blue, though. Thank you. Wow, I bet. That's intense, Iggy. What do you do now, if you don't mind me saying? But yeah, it's a scary world out there, guys. You'll know he's on his way to Italy. Yeah. So if you don't see me anymore, it's because both clients dropped me. I used whatever savings to go to Italy and learn how to make pizza. I do data entry for hospitals and clinics, which I really enjoy, to be honest. I know it's boring, but like, I love the system. That's cool, Iggy. As long as you like what you're doing, you know. Todd, I believe, likes what he's doing. You know, it's still in the film industry. You know, he's filming. Blue likes what he's doing. Calico just got her new job. I know you guys have heard about that. She loves her new job. Iggy, you love your job, and that's all that matters. You know, you got to be happy with what you do. I'm just glad I get paid to, you know, make content and stuff. So that's awesome. My friend does that, and she loves it too. Like, what? I do not where I work. Well, I mean, you're in the industry, you know? You somewhat gotta like it. Sort of. Right? I don't know. Tell me, Tom. You don't like your job? What's going on? Talk to me. One sec, guys. I'm gonna go get some water really quick. If you guys don't mind. Excuse me. Guy hates where we live. Yeah, he just I'll come back to this. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. They just dumb. Let's go back to this. They just dumb, man. You're still in the field, no, just dumb. But if I'm honest, it's really how I'm treated. I feel like I've taken 5 steps back career-wise. They act like I'm 18 and I know nothing of the world. They also nitpick my shit the same way our teachers used to. They will have me move shots randomly all the time and insult my work while they do it. Work while they do it. Hold up. Insult my work while they do it. I heard the word sloppy about a video I put together the other day, even though I shot none of it. Yeah, my bad, man. I didn't mean to say that. So that happens a lot of times, to people. They just, like, I know you're working at a company, but I have like the same experience where it's like I'm working for 2 companies and I try to give input, and either one of the people who really don't know what they're talking about say like, no, you have to do it this way. I'm like, but this looks good, And then at some point you're just like, well, I'm getting paid to make it look like shit, so why not just keep it like shit? If they're happy, they're happy, It's just, it does suck sometimes, especially if you do know that like I'm glad to be in the industry, but I need to move to a better thing. They make you lose your passion. That happens too, man. That happens too, I'm telling you, man, I'm waiting for you to start a YouTube channel with like tutorials and all this stuff. Like I'm ready, bro. I'm ready to see that, man. Build it up. You've learned so much stuff. You've learned way more stuff than me, which is definitely something that I want to talk about in the future. When we do have a podcast episode or make a podcast. Yeah, exactly. You start to lose interest and you stop caring about your own work. I'm ready for the Todd and Jay podcast. Are you ready to see the two different work styles? Todd, you think you could do freelance or no? But don't worry, man. It'll be over before you know it. You'll be back in LA. You'll be right here next to me if you want in my streams to say what's up to everybody. Right? And then even side hustlers are hard to work on. I think that provides hella perspective too, though. I might be freelancing in a month. Oh, okay. Sounds good, man. You got a big old camera that needs to be broke in. You got to break that thing in. A little bit more. I'll help you, man. You need sound? I got sound gear, so. Guys using it for streaming. Streams never looked more beautiful. If the move happens, I will need income. Yeah. I do need sound. Gotcha. I just bought 2 Tascams. DR10s, the little lofts, so you're set. So you're good to go, man. You got the camera. You got my camera over here too, honestly. You could use my camera. I have 2. So whatever you need. Just get back to LA already. All right? Cool, thanks. So film school, do I think should you go? In the long run, in the very, very long scheme of things, no. You learn film by literally watching films. If you want to write, there's a massive library of screenplays that you can download. There's a massive thing of screenplays that you can download and look through. So yeah, it's definitely possible to learn these things. There are YouTube tutorials that break down lighting, and yeah, you can look all that stuff up. Skip Todd and Jay podcast. Todd and Jay movie. Oh, we make a movie? I gotta grab lunch with someone. I'm sorry. I'll rewatch the rest of the stream. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you later, Jay. Good shit. I like this like talk thing you do. It's really interesting. Much love, guys. Be safe. Thank you, Iggy. Thank you for joining. I love you too. I'll see you later. Bye, Iggy. Bye, Iggy. But yeah. I'm still waiting for the Todd J. Moses short film, to be honest. Oh. I have an idea for this, actually. Alright, what's your idea? Pitch it to us. Let's hear. But yeah, I think we're gonna start wrapping up soon. I don't think anyone should go to film school. You build relationships. Relationships are always good, you know. You never know. Maybe one of your closest homies are like, hey, I can hook you up in the future. I want to do a horror short that involves Twitch. It's coming from the guy who doesn't like scary movies. So yeah. What was I saying? Basically closing out, sort of. That, yeah, relationships. Yeah, it's good for networking, but I think you can network with the full time. You can. It's definitely true. Sent you something on Discord. Yeah, I saw what you sent on Discord. It's pretty funny. Let's see. I want to check if there's anybody to raid right now. Okay, I do have a homie that's live right now who is playing on the beta, but so he's playing Back for Blood right now. So guys, kind of closing out, you know, I don't think you should go to film school. It was just it's tough because your parents want you to go to college, you know, and they want you to have the education that they didn't have. But you're coming out with an education that they didn't have, but you're also coming out with a debt that they didn't have. So it's like you got to really think about these things, and it's definitely tough, but life's just a hustle and grind, you know. So Keem is the only one I have. I have a homie who doesn't have too many. How is Keem doing? Good? Does he got like a lot of homies right now in there? Let's see how Keem's doing. I know he's doing good. He's good. He's got 58. I'm gonna do my other homie who's a small streamer like myself. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for being here, talking in chat. Guys, everybody in here, I appreciate you so much. I want to continue these talks, but I also have to keep coming up with, you know, ideas to talk about for stream / for the YouTube channel. And basically, yeah, we're going to start coming up on some editing streams because I'm running short on things to talk about. And I think I'm going to do an editing stream when I come back next week. So we're going to take a little break, but I will be back next week. I'm leaving for a shoot. And I'll still keep in touch. I'll be in the Discord in work sessions. If you don't know what work sessions is, basically, no matter what you're doing, if it's overlays, trying to be the boss in a video game, just to come out, hang out with the homies, I am in the Discord hanging out. You can come hang out with me, talk with me, pitch me some ideas if you have ideas for, you know, later streams. And yeah, I can talk about that. This was great, absolutely. Yeah, thank you guys so much. So we're going to go raid the homie. What's your face? Command raid. And I will see you guys next week. Make sure to hit like and subscribe and hit the bell to see when I post new videos first. Let's see. What's your face? Six Stream J, it was interesting hearing your perspective from art school and stuff. Thank you, Blue. I appreciate you, man. Let's see if this is right. Okay, I got the raid in. Command raid, homies. Let's go say what's up.